this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I've been working the last couple of days on my 2024 calendar. It is called My Happy Place and is a design by Carrie Ann English with Shabby Art Boutique, and the kit is available on Etsy, and of course I'll give you a link to that. What I've ended up doing is combining quite a few things, so I thought maybe I should come on here and go ahead and do a video that kind of brings you up to the point where I am right now, and then I'll do a second video. These calendars are really great, and I'll show you the one that I used last year. This is the one I made last year, and I've changed the cover on it so that I would have a box that was generic rather than have the year 2023 on it. So I can use this box for something else if I want to. And in that kit, it had the same as this kit, only different design, a page for each month. And in it, it had a front and a back glued together, and a pocket, and then inside the pocket was a tag. And I did not use mine all year. I enjoyed looking at it, but let me show you one of the months where I actually used it. What I wanted to do with it was record the things that I did during the month, not activities outside my home and all that kind of stuff, but on the paper crafting. And so I put a list of all the things I made and the things I was working on, and just information that I thought I might like to have. And then on the inside pocket, I wrote down my blessings. And I wish I had done it all year, but that's just the way I do. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't, but it's nice to reflect on the blessings and also the projects. So on this kit, I've kind of planned to use it the same way for myself, and you can use yours any way you want to. I'm going to put this back together, and you can see how they're decorated at the top and different things, and I'm going to do the same thing on this one, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. This is my box that I've done so far, and this kit is really neat. It reminds me of gardening, which is something that I love, simply because there are buckets of flowers and scissors and all the different things, and really a lot of things that I use in my crafting. There's mason jars and old books, but I kind of looked at it as with more of a gardening theme. And I'll get back to these in a second, but my box is a box that a mug came in. So as you get gifts or things in the mail, or Christmas gifts or whatever, look at the boxes. This is a nice solid box. It even ended up with the green trim inside that matches this kit. So all I did was cut 4 pieces from some leftover papers that I had that just had the same color scheme. I do not know where I got this paper, but I just cut and covered the 4 sides. I inked the edges, and then I just trimmed it with lace. And I'm going to come back with some things that I'll show you here in a minute and decorate the front of this. You know, possibly putting a dangle on it and stuff like that too. So there's my box. And I think I'll measure it just so you'll know. It's about 4 1/4 deep and 5 1/4 length. So, you know, that was what a mug came in. So that is perfect for this without having to build the box myself. And with the kit, I printed out that there's several different sizes of calendars in this one kit, and she had several designs for 2024 calendars. I just chose my happy place. This room is my happy place. My garden is my happy place. And I just, this kind of spoke to me. I've been doing a lot with different pinks and blues, and this has more of a peach and beige look to it, and I like the color scheme. So what I did was print out, there were 2 on each sheet, January, February, and the months as they went. And I cut them out and rounded the corners and inked the edges. First, let me say, I printed them front and back. I printed this on the front, and then on the back, I had this crackle paper, background paper from another kit of some kind, and that's what I wanted on the back. So I did make sure I printed on the front and back, and this is on copy paper. I mean, whatever, cardstock. Okay, so after I did that, I cut them out, inked the edges, rounded the corners. And then I printed out, I wanted a pocket on the back, rather than the pocket insert on the side like the other kit. I wanted a pocket on the back. And so I printed out the ones, a different size, a smaller size of the calendar. And then all I did was cut off the bottom of it. Like if this was the page, I cut the top and the bottom and just used this part for the pocket. I didn't worry about matching the front and the back. In fact, I tried to make them different scenes on the back as what was on the front. So you cut your little pocket, and it is a little smaller because the calendars were smaller. And I just cut the calendar part off. So I didn't really measure, I just did each one the same. I just cut the sides, cut the calendar off and the top off. I cut a notch in the top with a circle hole punch and inked them and glued them down on 3 sides. So that I have room to write here. This could be my blessings. And then I printed a, this is lined, it's a template for a lined journal that I just happened to have. So I printed that out first so it would have the lines on it. And then I ran it back through and printed just a background paper that was kind of a antique-y looking beige, and it has a little bit of background print on it. This I cut to be 4 by 6.5. And I inked the edges, and this just slides down in the pocket. It's actually a little bit tight, but I may have to trim that off some. But this gives you the paper to maybe write your projects and things that you've been working on. This would be your blessings if you wanted to use it like I do. So I've done that for each month, and I have these ready to put in my box. Now, we're going to decorate the box. We're going to decorate the tops of the months so that it looks pretty like this one does, with different things sticking out at the top. We'll do it with ribbons and lace and some ephemera that I've cut out. And let me show you what I did. I went to Shabby Art Boutique's kit called Simply Roses, and she has pink roses and kind of yellow and peachy roses, and then these that are more of a muted pink. And these colors I thought went well with this kit. So these are the ones that I printed out. There were a couple of pages that were the sizes that I thought I would need to put to use with this. I cut these out on my Cricut, which is the most wonderful tool ever. I have a video that showed exactly how I do that. I'll try to remember to put a link to that too. If you have a Cricut or thinking about getting one, this would tell you how to convert the files to the type of file that you can print on your printer and cut it out on your Cricut. It's time consuming to do that too. There's no way to do it that isn't time consuming, but you don't have to actually cut it out yourself. It's kind of neat to have it doing it perfectly without you having to cut it out. So these will be used, you know, just sticking out the top, and maybe decorate back here some, decorate our box. So I printed out 4 sheets, 2 of each sheet, so I'd have plenty to use. The other thing I did was, this kind of reminds me of gardening. So I remembered a kit that I had purchased called the Picking Garden. So I went and looked at that, and I just printed out the sheet that had some birds and things like that, birdhouses, birds, and a little wheelbarrow of flowers. And I printed out a couple of sheets and cut out those. And then the last thing I did, I wanted the months to stick up at the top so I could see the different months. And this has the months printed down here, but no tabs or anything. So I had in one of my kits, and I really don't know, I think it was a freebie or something that had the different months. And so I just printed that out, and these will be sticking up on the proper page so that I can see what month as I flip through. The other thing I did was order my feet. These are Tim Holtz feet, and I get them on Amazon. They're real heavy and nice, and I glue those on with the Fabri-Tac, and they stay glued on nice. This is what I have on here. And now some people use a wooden ball or bead on the bottom. That would be perfectly fine. You don't have to put feet on it at all, but it just looks kind of nice and elegant. And it also, these add some weight to the box so that when you're flipping through, it doesn't move around. It makes it stay in place. I think I've told you everything. What I'm going to do now is I have my ephemera that I'm going to use. I'm going to ink it all up, and then I'm going to get some ribbons and some little dangles made, and some things to decorate my box and get the feet put on. And I'll come back and show you what I did. I will actually finish it, and then I'll come back and show you the completed project. So if you're interested in doing this, you have time to go check out. She's got 3 different kits, I believe, on her Etsy site, and I will put the link to this one, My Happy Place, on this video. And once you find that, you can find the others. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. It took a little while to get all this together, and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and share my progress so far, so the video won't be a really long video. So I hope you're having a nice day. It's supper time here, so it's time for me to go fix me and my dog Biscuit something to eat. And he gets so excited when I put scrambled egg in his dog food. So I may do that again tonight. I mean, he just gets beside himself smelling that until it goes in his dog bowl. My husband passed away a couple years ago, so I got this beautiful standard poodle, and he is my best friend, and we just have a big time together. So I'm gonna sign off for now and go fix us some supper, and I may come back in here and start gathering my things and working on this some more. We'll see. Hopefully in a couple days I'll have a video up that shows this completed. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope you remember every day is a gift. Be a gift to someone today. Look for the joy in the day and share it with those you meet along the way. You never know when someone needs a hug or a smile, or even just a phone call or a text. So I'll be back before you know it, and I'll see you soon.